2, 3. Rast, can't hear you.
Testing.
Testing.
We're
testing.
going. We're on.
All
Yeah.
right, we are on for this matchup between Marian University Sabres and the New Hampshire Wildcats. We will go over to our PA announcer for the starting lineups.
Testing.
Okay, once again, hello and welcome from Plano, Texas for your Pool B matchup between the New Hampshire Wildcats and the Marian University Sabres. I am Ryan Jones. I am joined by Rasty McNiven. Rasty, what are you looking forward from the New Hampshire side of this game?
Well, I think for New Hampshire, they came out very explosive yesterday. And, you know, one thing that we've seen in these national tournaments, the number 1 and 2 seed out of their respective regions have had a bye. New Hampshire was telling me they'd been off for about 5 weeks, but they came out yesterday explosive against Utah State. And really, if there was any rust, I would say it was off the skates in the first 60 seconds of that game. Marian, I think, really has got something to prove. They're going to need to come out hard and fast. A little bit smaller team, so we hope that they're on the speedy side. And we are happy that they are here for the first time in my recollection at this national tournament.
New Hampshire wins the draw, and the puck comes out to the front. New Hampshire wearing the white jerseys, dark pants. Marian on black, wearing black on black. As Marian now with the puck behind the net, they'll go D to D. gets missed. It comes up to number 25. That's De Cristoforo. Puck comes out to the blue line, dump back in. New Hampshire was offside. They tag up. Marian forwards change, and they move the puck up into the neutral zone where it's turned over and played back in by the assistant captain. That is Lambert. Now Marian with the puck. They move across mid-ice. That's number 24, Jared Lang. Now back in. That's called offside. It was number 14, Brown, the captain.
So I think already what I'm going to say about Marian, and this is based on exactly 60 seconds of play, skate the puck out of your zone, okay? It's great, and if you want to make one pass, fantastic, but someone inside your defensive zone has got to skate the puck up, get the red line, dump it in.
Brown wins the draw. There we go, D to D, and now dumped in. It's going to be Arno chasing. Now Brown with the puck for New Hampshire. Delayed offside on New Hampshire. They touch up. Now it's Arno. Arno can't get a shot off.
And you got to watch these two Arno brothers. Were just spectacular yesterday.
And move back in to number 21. That's Dylan Arno.
Someone jokingly said yesterday they've been playing together since conception.
Yeah. Now it's going to be all the way back for a pass intended really to no one. Comes all the way back, and now that's going to be number 5, Connor Martin, who moves it in. Now Boots.
Nice forechecking there by Marian as they're putting some pressure on UNH on the breakout out of their own zone.
Now Brown in the corner. He's being worked on by Kinder, number 22 for Marian.
Something interesting, UNH out of the Northeast. They are the number 2 seed. UMass the number 1. Northeastern the number 3. And Keene State the number 4. Keene State having a good game last night, but they are down 4-0 to Lindenwood. And you can use the old adage, poke the bear, but Cincinnati yesterday poked the lion, and they are definitely feeling the wrath of that today.
Campbell's shot went wide all the way down for Wilson for Marian. Now it's Persukin. He gets his pocket picked. It's going the other way. It's Campbell. Campbell, long shot, and that's turned away by Davidson. Now it comes all the way back down for New Hampshire, circling out of their zone. Pass intended for Mullen. Was missed, but he touches the puck, so no icing. Now a lot of space for Marian coming up, and a good check there. And now in the neutral zone, puck bounces around and comes back the other way. For Lambert, and a huge hit there. That was number 13, Daniel Rowe, just absolutely laying the wood there. And another big hit. Throwing the body around early, both teams.
Something that's going to be important for Marian is to make sure that those shooting lanes are kept open so that the goaltender Davidson is able to see as these shots. UNH is definitely very willing to shoot the puck.
Lambert and Weldon, and a late hit there. Taking exception to that is Liberco, as Roberto gets into the mix.
Definitely a bit of a late hit there. The referee talking there to Lambert. Neither team want to be a man down this early on.
Certainly not. It'll be Boots taking the draw for Marian.
Would you rather do color or you do?
Probably. You want to switch?
What's best for you?
I'll do color. You want to do play-by-play?
I don't care. I'll do whatever you want.
You do play-by-play.
You do it?
You do it.
Okay. Working in their defensive zone along the near boards is Marian. They're going to try a centering pass, which is picked up. They're going to come down, getting into the UNH zone. Number 26 shot in there and saved by the goaltender Sullivan in that big butterfly position. Now working in the corners right now, or shot in off the skirting of the net, and working in behind there, number 26, Chmura. UNH going to skate out. They've got the neutral zone. Brown is going to look, and he goes around his man, down in below the goal line. Picking it up is Brown. Now working, Marian has picked the puck off and picked up handily by one of the Arnauds. And they shoot and score! Odd angle shot from behind the goal line, but very early on they have seemed to solve the goaltender Justin Davidson. And with both teams only registering one shot on goal, it is 1-0 University of New Hampshire.
Yeah, puck came from behind at that odd angle. And just like you said, you got to watch out for those Arnaud brothers. They get themselves on the board early as UNH takes the early lead.
And it has taken roughly 4.5 minutes for UNH to get on the board. And this game is no longer scoreless. Marian working back, going D to D, and now sending it up and down. And icing is going to be the call. Puck is going to come back down to the glove side of the goaltender, Justin Davidson, for the Marian University Sabres. In to face off is Thompson for UNH. Mills. Face off won there by Marian, but back to the point, picked up by UNH, and they're happy getting the puck in low. Working in the corner is Thompson. Thompson now skating out to the point, and missing that off the boards is Langley, and he regroups in the neutral ice area. Taking it in as Mullen along the far boards, picked up by Marian, and they try to clear. It's centered to no avail. Now working into the corner is Thompson. Down on his knees and Davidson, Min falling. Coming up with the puck is Marian as they desperately try to clear. 5 minutes and 10 seconds gone in this contest, 1-0 UNH. Still working behind and now picking the puck up is Rowe. He is able to get it off the shaft of a stick, and it comes out in the neutral ice area, and it's played here along the near boards with Proskurin. He's going to go off for a change, and coming down is Langley, and he snaps it in from about 45 feet. Play very handily into the glove of Davidson, and we'll get a stoppage in play. 5 minutes and 33 seconds gone.
And just over 5 minutes gone so far, and we've seen some huge hits from both sides. Both teams trying to establish the body early. We've seen some guys fall on their backsides. We'll see if that rises everybody's game up, and we'll see how physical this game can really get, and hopefully these guys play along the whistles and inside the rules. Offsides.
Getting the line is Tomko, but on the far side, his teammate had entered the zone early. Offside is going to be the call. It is going to come directly in front of us, just outside the UNH zone. In for the face-off is Holmes. He's going to be facing off against Weldon. Won cleanly by Weldon and driven in deep by number 23, Giorgione. It's played up along the far boards and snapped in from the point. Blocker save, shot again. Sullivan with a clean save there off the leg pad. Now going back the other way is Roberto. He has Lang playing defense. Shot and nice save by Davidson to keep this one 1-0.
What a couple of saves by both goaltenders. Sullivan with back-to-back saves, which starts the breakout, and Davidson with a great save of his own. Both goaltenders are going to need to be playing at the top of their game if they want to pick up the points and the W at the end of this.
Face-off won by UNH. They thought they were able to keep that puck inside the zone as a diving Di Cristoforo, unfortunately not able to keep the zone. No harm, no foul. Face-off coming there, not knowing who's going to take it in, and number 21, Arnaud, Dylan Arnaud, is going to go in and win that. They were able to drive the puck in deep, in behind Davidson. He's out to stop it. Big body check in behind the net there. Stepping up at the point, I believe was Reitnauer, unable to keep it in. Now skating up, Dylan Arnaud, and he's able to play it in. Bodies flying at the blue line. Once again, Davidson out to play it. Along the far boards, Marian trying to break out. Tied up by the stick of UNH. They're going to backpedal, reverse the puck to the near side here, and Brown plays it up. Now they're going to go back to the defenseman. 3 men skating up through the neutral ice area. They have Al Arnaud along the near board. He goes around his man. Davidson out of his net once again to play it, as he is the third defenseman back there. Justin Davidson, number 1, the goaltender for Marian. Tries to dangle around, but nice defensive play there by number 26, Reitnauer, to keep the puck outside the zone, and it is in off of the stick of Sullivan into the netting. We will get a face-off inside the UNH zone.
Yeah, a lot of play through the neutral zone right now. Like you said, bodies flying everywhere. Look to see Marian get something on this this face-off here. Hopefully set up a play that could spark some offense.
Face-off won cleanly by Marian. Going back to the point, he loads up a wrist shot just high of the net and off the glass. Playing the puck back down is Martin. Martin now picked up by Wilson right into the slot area and no one there. Martin back on his defensive duties, and he's going to go D to D, plays it across to Kinder.
Oh, bad turnover.
Now picked over.
Shot. Oh, what a save there.
Flashing the leather was Justin Davidson.
Great save by Davidson. Bad turnover right in the slot leads to an excellent scoring chance, but Davidson gets the best of him.
Face-off coming to the glove side of Davidson. Won by Marian as they are able to get it out. Some of the amateur officials behind the Marian bench wanted a call, and they got it.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that one, as Marian going to be on the power play. First we've seen tonight. We'll see how they can hopefully even up the scoreboard here. And if you're New Hampshire, just got to get pucks out of the zone, get them 200 feet down.
You see number 22 there for Marian, Paul Kinder, telling his guys to calm down. I think one thing you're going to see from UNH is a very active penalty kill.
And here it goes.
Lambert coming down, shot, and missed it wide on a shorthanded opportunity. Now coming back is Marian. Lambert there inside the zone putting on pressure. Joining him is Brian Brown, the captain. And these guys are going to pick it up and skate back in their defensive zone now, send it all the way down. Their regrouping is Connor Martin.
Nice job.
Go ahead, sorry.
Nice job defensively there by UNH. Marian coming down with numbers, and they get that neutral zone turnover, and again, pitching the puck off there, sending it down before Marian can get set up.
Davidson out in forechecking very hard is Pat Holmes, the Norfolk, Mass native, and coming now is Martin. He has the blue line, plays it over to the near boards to Mills. Mills working to the far point. Number 13 loading up a shot there is Rowe, and he misses the net. Martin's going to pinch it off at this point, and he works it down low to Mills. Mills working in the corner there with Weldon, as they're going to go back to Martin at the point. He's thinking of loading up a wrist shot, but works it down the boards again. They're working behind the goal line is Mills. Back out to the point, over to Martin. Martin's going to snap a shot, and off the hand of Reitnauer, just over the goal. Back at the point, kind of an odd play there, as it looked like number 12, Jake Weldon, playing interference on his own Daniel Rowe, and New Hampshire able to relieve the pressure and get it out.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there leads to the turnover, and it looks like a good kill from UNH here, but a bad turnover front.
Turnover right in the crease. They're going to have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Arno coming down with Arno. Drop pass to Arno, but picked up there by number 8, Boots. Boots sending it back the other way. Coming in across the line is Lang. Lang trying to get the puck in deep, but picked up by Arno on the far boards. Boots, he's tying it up. Now back at the point, number 8, Boots is skating in. He gets a shot off the legs, directed into the corner. Now working a cross-ice shot that really, cross-ice pass going nowhere. Right now is going to send it down. Brown forechecking hard. He's going to be the first man there. Penalties expired. We're back to 5-on-5. 1-0 UNH. About 10 minutes gone. Next stoppage in play should be our media timeout. And working down is Marian. They got a head of steam coming through the neutral zone, and it's going to be in on Sullivan. He makes a deadline decision to cover that puck. We are going to send it down for a media timeout.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Aries Sportswear, official merchandise partner of the ACHA. Howie's Hockey Tape, the official tape provider of the ACHA. And the City of Frisco.
Welcome back to the ACHA Men's Division II National Championship. We are in metropolitan Dallas, Texas. Today is day number 2 of pool play, and you got yourself a dandy. 10 minutes gone, 1-0. Shots are even, 5-on-5. Marian has had an extra man opportunity, and they were unable to cash in. partly due to the efforts of the man in white, the goaltender, Brendan Sullivan. And he is going to cover up. A little pushing and shoving there. Couple good guys, nobody hurt. Sullivan down on his knee, flipping the puck up to the linesman. Face-off going to come to his blocker side. In facing off is Boots and Holmes. Linesman in giving last-minute instructions for that face-off. Mealy plays it along the far side, and he is hit and flipping it high out into the neutral ice area. Played off the blocker of Sullivan, directing it into the corner, and now skating out is Leone. Roberto swinging a miss there at the blue line and finally able to get the puck in deep, but it was a delayed offsides. UNH clearing the zone and regrouping. Now an attempted dump in by Marian. That was turned away by UNH, and UNH, a name that we've heard a lot, Connor Martin regrouping in his own end as he is unable to get the puck out of his own defensive zone, and he's going to try to play it up the near boards. Body check thrown there, and UNH coming up with the puck in their offensive zone. Played by Sean Thompson along the far boards, and they still are able to keep it in. Bodies flying there. Finally cleared by number 22, Paul Kinder, with one hand on the stick and on both knees. Pretty impressive. Mealy hit there on Campbell that should have possibly gone for interference.
Yeah, it was nowhere near the puck here, but it's clear that the refs are going to try to let these guys play physically.
Lambert there on the far boards trying to pinch it out. It does squeak out and down. Sullivan back there quarterbacking for his defenseman with pressure in by number 4, Colin Wilson for Marian, and they're waiting for a tag up. They are going to dump it back in. Played off a stick there high by Di Cristoforo, not called. Sullivan sharp, playing it with that long paddle and directing it into the near corner. Now back down. Marian regrouping there, number 23, Giorgione. Tagging up, coming in forechecking very hard is Page on the far side. Puck is going to not get out, and it's sent back in. Joey Page in on the forecheck.
We got a delayed penalty coming up here against Marian.
They are going to touch up now.
We're
going to look for that call. Going to be a 2-minute for slashing. 12:21 time of the penalty.
So now as UNH comes out with their first power play opportunity, we'll look to see the pace that they've shown so far. But Marian now playing with a man down. Look for a lot of open ice for UNH to get an opportunity to score.
Once again, that's Brighton Tomko. He's going to go off for 2 minutes or less, 2-minute minor for slashing. Brown working in, Marian doing an excellent job there, knocking it out and down his boots. It's going to go back, Sullivan out of his net to calm that puck down. In behind the goal is Lambert. Picked up, Brown cycling through to Holmes. Holmes cross ice. And a little miscommunication there as it comes back out. Played back to Lambert, and UNH are really unable to gain the zone and get set up. Cross ice to Holmes. He's on the near boards. He's got in the blue line. And back at the point, we had Leone. He wraps it around the boards, and once again, Marian doing an excellent job of just getting the puck and with reckless abandon throwing it all the thing down, and that's what you need to do when you're a man down. Now going in, and that is going to be icing on UNH.
Yeah, good penalty kill so far here for Marian. Not a lot of chances for UNH. And now they're going to be able to get the offensive zone face-off and hopefully take a little bit more time off of this penalty.
And you know, if you're a Marian fan, that is the safest place for a face-off, is 170 feet from your goaltender. One there in a scrum. Marian's going to try to get a shot. It goes into the far corner. Over trying to pick that up is Jake Weldon. And now they're going to regroup behind the net. Picking it up is Holmes. Holmes up, and Leone hit there in the neutral ice, but it's picked up by Scansarella. Scansarella trying to go point to point. Now they're getting set up. Brown has it. He's going to work to the center of the blue line and shot in off a leg pad. Knife save by Davidson. who has not had much work in the last couple minutes. Body down there by Lambert along the near boards, and it is played back in deep by Leon. Lambert trying to pick it up and skate in off the hash marks. In working behind the goal, UNH back out. Brown, as he's thinking of loading up a shot, and he did, and able to make that save standing up there is Justin Davidson.
Yeah, it's not too often that you're going to get a goal when you shoot it right into that big chest logo of the opposing goalie. But nevertheless, always good to get pucks on net.
5:58 left to go in this first period. This is a Division II National Championship. We're in Plano, Texas, just north of the downtown Dallas area. Puck is going to squeak out, and that should probably do it for this UNH power play.
Good pickpocket there. Marian giving him fits on this on the forecheck here. And now UNH trying to battle for it throughout the neutral zone.
Marian regrouping. Over to the near boards and trying to get it in deep is Giorgione. He has Proskurin and in on Sullivan, who makes an awkward save but keeps it 1-0.
Yeah, great pad save. Number 9 for Marian, that was Post Kiernan coming in, kind of gives him a poke check. His leg goes back into the net there, but it looks like he's fine.
Shots are almost even, 8-7 in favor of UNH. Both teams have had a special teams opportunity. Linesman out working to get that net put back on its moorings. Referee in speaking to Brendan Sullivan. Brendan Sullivan says, "I'm ready to go." In checking the net there was Al Arnaud. And they're going to call that one off. Not sure. I think the net was not actually on. Now we got 3 guys in there checking the net. Double checked and triple checked, and now we are going to get the face off just to the blocker side of Brendan Sullivan. Penalty coming to Marian. Brendan Sullivan sprinting to the bench. Working out of his own zone is Farrow. Farrow back to Reitnauer, and it's going to go down, and it's going to be touched up there. Actually going to be an icing call, and that's going to whistle. And the door to the Marian box is open. Going in, number 9, Proskurin. It's going to be a 2-minute for slashing.
Yeah.
The opportunity for UNH to take a commanding lead late in this first period.
Proskurin just kind of coming across the crease there. Looks like he maybe just gave a nice little tap to Sullivan there. And ref caught it. Puts him in the box for 2 minutes.
In for the face-off is Mullen. Mullen facing off against Weldon. Linesman giving last-minute instructions for this face-off. Won cleanly by UNH. They're going back to Arnaud. Arnaud with Reitnauer along the far boards. The brother Arnaud. Arnaud to Arnaud. He's got Reitnauer, and they're going to try to reverse this and get Reitnauer up top. Back to Reitnauer. Is he going to shoot? Has puck hocked over his stick there. So far, they are able to keep it. Now they're going down to Mullen. So the puck's wrapped around the far boards. The point man is not there, and it squirts out. In forechecking very hard is Shmura. Shmura grinding valuable seconds off the clock if you're a UNH fan. Good forechecking by Marian. Now in across the line, Roberto. He's got a head of steam and is going to go around the back of the net. He has Arnaud out there. And Arnaud, Dylan Arnaud, on the near side of the goal. And once again, Marian doing an excellent job of keeping that puck a long way from their goaltender, Justin Davidson. In behind Sullivan, working out. We have Al Arnaud with Roberto. Roberto's going to carry it in across the blue line. He's going to throw the brakes on there at the hash marks and get it back to Dylan Arnaud at the point. Roberto to Al Arnaud. Al down below the goal line as we are there at the side of the net, and he's working in from behind. And once again, Marian, excellent job of clearing that. UNH is able to get in and set up. 35 seconds left to go in this man advantage. Behind his goal is Lambert. He's skating out. It's going to go all the way up to Leone. Leone
Good cut
Nice
in
shot there by Davidson as it came in, and he was able to get that leg pad out. And that went all the way down onto Sullivan, 13 seconds. And Sullivan played off the high stick of a Marian player and goes into the New Hampshire bench.
Yes, Sullivan there trying that stretch pass to restart the break with just only 9 seconds left, and a good defensive play there to get the stick up and get a stop there.
We actually see the Marian coach, Chris Fredrickson, giving some instruction to the player, Proskurin, who is going to be rejoining his team in 9 seconds from the bin of sin. Hit comes in on Sullivan, and he is going to be very happy covering up there. 2 seconds left in the man advantage to University of New Hampshire. And they have not had much success with the man advantage. And Marian looks excellent on the penalty kill, and I know the coach wants them to look excellent on 5-on-5 and stay out of that box.
Certainly, and UNH, it's got to be frustrating when you can't get a whole lot going on the penalty or on the power play, but I'm sure they'll take the intermission to talk about it, adjust, and figure out what they need to do better.
Coming in is Roberto. They like to work in behind that net. Now picked up. They're going to go cross ice. It's going to probably come in on Sullivan as he lets it just go through the tip of that blue ice. Reverse there and played benign. Proskurin, he's back on the ice. Leone is going to skate behind. He also has Di Cristofaro and Roberto here on this near board. Play it into the neutral ice area. Picking it up is Martin for Marian. He plays it off a stick, and it just bounces just inside the UNH zone. Shot all the way down, and Sullivan can't take too much time for a breather as that puck in off his stick. Leone out across the center ice line, and he's going to try to get the puck in the zone, and he does. Campbell's helping out. And once again, Marian content with getting that puck out in the neutral ice, and this one's down in. Forechecking hard is Mills. Now picking it up is Liberco. Martin is able to get it in. Now picking it up is Liberco. And shot, flashing the leather there, is Sullivan to keep this one 1-0 in favor of UNH.
Sullivan with a great save there, but it was a great job by Marian getting that puck in, just forcing off these UNH defenders, getting the puck to the slot, and just Sullivan gets the best of them.
Face-off coming, won by Marian. They're going to try to go, thought they were going point to point. Nice wrist shot in from the point off a skate, and skating back is, and a huge hit there by Mullen as he knocked the Marian player on his back, and so far UNH able to keep the puck there in the zone. Wrapped around the near boards there by Marian and kept in very handily by Mealy.
Mealy tried to protect himself with a hit, and it was Weldon who took exception, giving him a little tap on the shin guards there.
Mullins got the hit returned in center ice, but both men left standing. And I think this is where, you really need to see Marian. When they get this puck, they need to just turn and burn with it, take a couple steps, because they are getting opportunities, but I think they'd get more opportunities if they really try to skate the puck at least up to the red line and dump it in.
Right now, all their passes getting intercepted throughout the neutral zone. Stretch passing's not going to work. And play is stopped there by Davidson. As we were said, it'll be Dylan Arnaud on the draw. Arnaud wins it back. Fake slap shot from the point, now cutting in, and a shot. And a rebound there is swallowed. It was Wrightsnaw 4 on the shot, but Davidson able to get his mitt on the puck, and he will stop play. The lines stay out there, but instead of Arnaud, it's going to be Brown on the face-off. Brown tries to walk the other center. Now circling around, centering try, gets into the shin pads of the Marian player. Now 26, that's Chimura. Gets it in deep. Now Chimura receiving a big hit. Puck comes back out. Just 18 seconds left on the clock. Moved up to Arnaud. Arnaud's hit there. Puck comes deep. Now being brought back out along the other way. And a shot there is a chance by Brown. Tried to be flipped up. Whitmore can't glove it down, and now a chance, 2 seconds, 1 second, and a good poke check there. It was Boots who was with the chance there. And now we will go down to Rasty for the first intermission interview. We'll see who he picks up out of the lineup.
Rasty again with Connor Martin from Marian. You guys down 1-0. Tell me what you liked about your guys in the first period.
I liked our compete level. We had guys battling for pucks here. We were getting after it. A little bit of a slow start that we anticipated, but we're still moving. We're still getting attack. We're getting some offense on the forecheck too, which is nice.
I think you guys did a stellar job on the penalty kill. Obviously, you don't want to play 5-on-4, but those two opportunities there for UNH. Just tell me a little bit about practicing the kill and just the level of intensity you guys are showing today.
We like to. We call it our power kill here. We like to get after teams. Force them into plays, try and make them make mistakes here. I think you saw it out there. We had guys being pretty aggressive on their guys, and I think it works pretty well for us for the most part here.
The thing about hockey is fantastic. It's a game of adjustments. Like, what things would you like to see, for this intermission to talk about and a change come out in the second?
I think we just got to talk about our breakouts here. Be a little bit more crisp on our opportunities getting out of the zone. I think that's kind of what's slowing us down here. Kind of between our blue line and their blue line in the neutral zone, breaking it out a little bit. I think that's where we're kind of falling short right now.
This is day 2 for me, day 2 for you guys as well. Probably the most physical game I've seen. Is this what you guys are used to, or is the level of physicality a little higher than what you expect throughout the season?
It's a little bit higher, but we're pretty used to it. We like to bring the body here, so it's nothing that we're not used to, I guess. We've got teams usually pretty chippy with us, so I think we can handle it well. We got to start picking up our intensity and start, putting it back in their face a little bit, I think.
Great. Thanks very much for this. Good luck in the next 4 days.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jonesy, now we send it back up to you.
All right, thank you, Rasty. So after one, it is the New Hampshire Wildcats up 1-0 on the Marian University Sabres. Marian looking to get back into it. It's been a physical game so far, and we will send it to break for a second intermission. Stick with us on the ACHA network. This is the Division II Pool B second game of the night.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron Championship Rings, proud sponsor and championship ring provider for the ACHA. Warrior Sports, the preferred stick supplier of the ACHA. The Dallas Stars. For tickets and more information, visit dallasstars.com. And Southwest Airlines, the official event airline partner of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
Testing.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to your second period. New Hampshire is up 1-0 right now. They had a wonderful period, great pace to their game. As for Marian, a lot of time spent in the box, not a lot of time spent in the offensive zone. What do you want to see from them in this next period?
Well, one thing I will say for Marian, I think they did an excellent job on the penalty kill, and it's a game of adjustments. It's not like they're, from my recollection, and if anyone at home's listening, and can correct me, in my close recollection, first time at this national championship, and so the experience is great. Hard-fought game last night against Florida Gulf Coast, the defending national champions. They lost 3-1. So they are hoping for a little better result today against UNH. Puck is going to be stabbed in. Working on this side is Al Arnaud, and centering pass. Davidson sliding across the crease. And now working it in deeper is his brother, Dylan. Behind the net, Arnaud. Up the near boards to Lambert, and it's played along and up. Keeping it in there is Dylan Arnaud. Now a flip pass by Lang. Is going to get out, but driven back in deep by UNH, and they have to tag up and come in. Lambert, again, going to throw it into the far corner. There is Giorgione. Going to squeak out. Back into neutral ice. Lambert again is curling. He has Farrow on the near boards. Farrow stretch pass across, but picked off there by Schmura. Centering pass, and just off the stick of Boots, going across to cover was Sullivan.
Great play by Schmura, getting that turnover in the neutral zone and just passed just in front of Boots' stick. But I like to see that from Marian to start this second period.
A lot of play up there by the blue line. Ultimately, the puck coming out to Lang. He plays it across, and now taken back in by Boots. Two players on the ice. Boots is down. Also down on one knee there.
This Brown was the one who hit him. Boots was kind of going towards the ice along the boards there, and Brown just kind of dips the shoulder in and
I think it was actually Leone.
Or is it Leone?
Yeah, Leone.
Oh, it was Leone, that's right.
They are bringing out the training staff. And I think she picked boots that were appearance over utility, as she's having a little bit of trouble getting across there, getting some assistance from Rowe. And he may have gotten his bell rung, as he's still down there in a fetal position, clutching his head. And looks like there's going to be an elbowing call. And going off, I guess, is Leone, number 18.
Yeah, it's a tough play. Leone's just trying to make a good body check on him.
And that's going to be a major penalty from all indications initially.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Just couldn't protect himself. But, yeah, as we're seeing here, it's going to be a 5-minute elbow.
So a great opportunity for Marian. Unfortunately, it comes at the expense of Boots being down. He's skating off under his own power.
Yeah, good to see that he's at least able to get up and under his own power. We'll see if
he's sitting down on the bench there on the far end. It looks like he may be needing further repairs by the training staff, as she's getting a double assist off the ice. One of the referees pitching in. She's doing the Super Bowl shuffle, getting off there.
So an excellent chance here for Marian, the 5-minute major. We'll look to see them set up the power play and
facing off there is Mills. Won by UNH, playing it into the corner. It's played all the way down. Davidson tries to get a stick on it. And Martin, who I had the chance of talking to, picking it up on the far side there, was Rowe. Rowe tries to play it across, and now Weldon. Martin is going to end up with carrying it down as he carries it in with one hand on the stick. And under his arm, he had the stick. Hard to get these numbers from this far away. We will work on it. They're working is Kinder. Kinder's going to go back. Martin loads one up from the top and shot into the glove of Sullivan, and he sees that one from 55 feet out. About 43 seconds elapsed in this 5-minute major for elbowing to Leone early on in the second period. Face-off won by UNH. Picked up behind the net is Maffeo, and he's going to play it up. Out at the point is Arno. Arno forechecking hard, and he able to get a stick on it and send it back down into the Marian and makes them regroup all the way behind their own net. His brother, Dylan Arno, in forechecking. Now Al Arno, and they're able to get it up and across. They're going to go side to side all the way, streaking down the far boards is Proscurin, and they try very hard to get it in. Kind of a weird bounce off the boards, and it comes up, and Sullivan has to be sharp, and he gloves it there in that right-handed large catching mitt for a stoppage of play. Shots are 11-11, score 1-0, 17:21 left to go in the second period here from the Metropolitan Dallas area Men's Division II National Championship, day 2 of pool play.
Nice clear there, New Hampshire, with this really aggressive forecheck. Marian's not really able to get too comfortable yet and set up their offense.
Thompson in forechecking hard. It's picked up by Roberto along the near boards. 3 Marian players in. Thompson into the slot. He's looking just in case Roberto is able to liberate that puck and center it. Playing very hard on Roberto, and he keeps his feet moving, and he's trying to see if there's any way he can generate a penalty, which would not be good if you're a Marian fan. Skating in the zone there with it is Wilson. Wilson gets the puck down. Sullivan's going to come out to the right side of his net and cover it with that big catching glove. This is going to send out 4 fresh bodies for UNH, and at least the same. It does appear that Connor Martin, who seems to quarterback this power play, is going to stay out, as he is way back, almost at the blue line. Pinched off along the near side by Rowe. He's fighting very hard. Trapped in the feet there of Weldon. Martin up to the far side. He hits Mills. Martin now signaling for it at the top there of the blue line, and shot right in the middle. Backhand shot in off the leg pad of Sullivan. Picking it up is Reitnauer. Reitnauer to Farrow, as they're going to come down and get some valuable time. Long poke check there by Davidson, and he had to be sharp to get that out. Davidson looking at the referee wanting a call as there was a collision, but he did come out very far to throw that poke check across there to Kinder. Kinder unable to connect on it, and it's going to go all the way back down. Davidson coming out to make the stop. Martin regrouping. Martin's, it looks like he's been out here for the entire 3 minutes of power play so far, as he's an integral part. Quarterbacking it on the far side now is Rowe. He's going to work out, gets it up to Proscurin. Proscurin gets it in across the blue line. Almost ridden off the puck there. In working hard is Rittenauer. And once again, all the way down, Davidson out on the white ice, calming that puck down. And in behind the net is Lang. Lang is going to regroup. I think Martin finally has gone over to the bench for a breather. Back out on the ice is Proscurin. We have not seen Boots. Boots is over there getting attention from the medical staff.
And here's a chance for UNH coming the other way. That's Arno. He's got his brother with him.
Nice job by Arno and Arno. It's like a law firm, you know, Arno
and Arno.
Yeah. Coming down Mullen.
Great chance there by Mullen.
Right, pardon me, not Mullen. That was actually
right.
Wilson.
Okay.
Right into the crease area. Sullivan gladly putting that large catching mitt on it right in the blue ice, getting a stoppage of play. And we see wholesale changes by both sides. Does appear that, not quite sure, that maybe Brown, the captain Brown, staying out on the ice. Martin is back out after a short breather, and he has been out here for a long time. Martin, who quarterbacks that, it's going to go to Martin at the point. Martin's looking, he plays it down the far boards to Mills. And now picked up by UNH, and I tell you, they are not shameful about firing that puck all the way down. Martin regrouping with Rowe. Picking it up behind the goal line is Martin. Martin over to Rowe. Rowe's trying to skate out, but he's got pressure from Holmes. Now up to Martin. He's able to gain the blue line. Martin's going to take it down. A little backhand shot there off the chest of Sullivan and played along the far board. Still with control is Marian, but picked up by Lambert. It's going to come out to the point to Martin. He's thinking of loading up a shot. Now back over to Martin. He's getting pressure there from Brown. Martin again back at the far point as he backpedals across the blue line, gets it to the near side. On this side is Rowe. Martin loads up a long shot off the blocker. Is Mills going to fire? He waits and gets it again to Martin. Martin plays it low. Martin now back at the point. Now right into the slot. Beautiful pass there. And coming out is Brown. Brown gains the red line and the blue line. He throws on the brakes. He has Holmes. But now picked up and going the other way is Marian. As we are back 5-on-5. Nice job by UNH killing off that 5-minute major.
Yeah, it was a huge penalty kill for him. Went the full 5 minutes with Marian not really getting another chance. Did they score off a mistake? Went off of Lambert. Just a tough pass, bad bounce, and right off the shin pad of Lambert.
Lambert and in. So even though they were unable to convert on the extra man for 5 minutes, they're going to take it.
Yeah, you go a full 5 minutes without scoring. You get a fluke goal, but you'll take what you can get, and that's huge for Marian.
You can see the goaltender Davidson. He is out into the slot there, and congratulating his players. And you know that just may be the bit of jump that Marian needs to seek more.
Yeah, sometimes a bit of luck is all you need.
It is nice to see Boots back out. He's skating up, shot in. Sullivan flashing the leather. He is hit there a little bit late by Stoyle, and
yeah, UNH is going to take exception to that.
And Boots got involved with that recent head injury. If I would stay away from the fisticuffs if I were Boots.
Yeah, but it is good to see him back out being aggressive, and good to see him back out on the ice after what seemed to be a pretty big hit.
Going to send the face-off over to the other side. Players are regrouping. In taking the face-off is Boots. He's facing off against Thompson. Won by UNH. They are going to try a stretch pass, and it goes all the way down. Incoming in is Mullen. He's got a safe break. Shoots and scores! Mullen, glove side on Davidson. 2-1 UNH.
And the bench in the crowd goes absolutely wild. The stretch pass play right off the draw, executed perfectly. Gets the lucky bounce one-on-one, and a beautiful finish. Just like they drew it up. Textbook play from UNH. And now they're confused. The ref giving them a talking to.
Well, I think there's a little bit of bumping there in front of the scorekeeper's box after the goal, and I think it was unintentional.
So just like that, New Hampshire taking the lead off of the great breakout play.
And if you're a New Hampshire fan, that's exactly what you need. That goal by Marian really was a mistake by UNH off the shin pads there of Lambert. Play back underway. Down below the goal line, in working hard is Leone. Leone with that 5-minute major for elbowing. Skating out now. Leone, he comes down the far wing. Shot right, it looks like right off the face mask of Davidson. And the puck out to the other side. Now picking it up is Proskurin as he gains the zone. He's waiting for help. Martin, a name that we've said many times, in trying to help, picked up by UNH. They're going to try stretching it down. Martin plays it up to the center ice. Body's flying. Martin loses a glove.
Couple of players tossing the glove around.
Everybody's playing.
Everybody's more interested in the glove than the puck.
They're all distracted by it. You know, it's like a bunch of kittens with a ball of yarn. You know what I mean? Everybody's distracted. Martin coming up with his glove off. He may try to get across and pick that glove up. Now shot into Sullivan.
Finally able to retrieve the glove off the ice.
Martin still without a glove. Martin going over and talking to the referee about the player hitting his glove. Cooler heads prevail. Shots are 15-16 in favor of Marian. Face-off coming. In is Weldon. He is facing off against Brown. Won by Marian, and they're going to shoot it in on Sullivan. And he goes down in that large butterfly position out on the border of the white and blue ice. And he is able to very easily make a save there, cover the puck, and we're going to face off again. This time it's going to be Arnaud, Dylan Arnaud, in. And he's faced off.
Yeah, they've been switching centermen on this line, kind of depending on the matchup
Now
there.
coming in is Brown. He's going to load up a snapshot, and it's played off the leg of Giorgione into the corner. Arnaud tries to center from the corner, and he's back to the point. Shot does not get through. Now skating out is Liberco. In the center, he has Weldon, and it's eventually going to be dumped down by Liberco. In the far corner working is Tomko. To Weldon. Picked up at the point there by Giorgione. Shot in and still in the slot.
And it's in.
Oh!
Now some scrapping in front. Looks
Pushing
like
and shoving. It's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, this has been called off.
Yeah, it looks like he's waving it off.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what actually happened, how it got called off.
Well, it looked like it took a funny bounce, but then you see kind of the scrap there. I'm assuming that they're going to call this off for probably goaltender interference.
You do actually see the referee going over and speaking there to the head coach, Chris Fredrickson, getting an explanation. And there does not seem to be a lot of resistance, so we know that the explanation must be good. Face-off going to come to the blocker side of Sullivan, who has seen the majority of shots. 17 saves for him so far in under 30 minutes of hockey.
It looks like Thompson's directing traffic. Everybody was in the UNH zone. He's the only one that was hanging out in the neutral zone, and it looks like he pled his case enough to get that puck moved out.
Thompson's going to be facing off against Boots. Won by Thompson. D-to-D, Lambert on the near side. He plays it across to Cristoforo. They get the puck in deep. Davidson stays in his net up the near side, and trying to skate out is Boots. Boots up to Schmura. Schmura gains his zone. He centers. Shot off the
Great
leg pad of
save.
Sullivan. He didn't really see that one, but got one of those large leg pads on it. Now skating back is Giorgione. He goes across the rink over to Schmura, and Schmura gets the puck in deep. In skating hard as Boots as he's going to try to pick it up. There in the corner is Di Cristoforo for UNH as UNH tries to skate out. And I think they will. They get up and a stretch pass to the far side. Mullen, the goal scorer, is in, and he's working behind the net. Nice centering pass, but picked up by Schmura. Schmura is just going to relieve the pressure and get it over to the far boards. There is Farrow, who drives the puck back in deep. In working is Giorgione. He has Arnaud and Roberto in forechecking. Also there is Holmes, who's going to get it back to the point. Large slapper from Reitnauer, and it's played off a paddle down into the far corner. Working is Holmes. He's getting pressured along that far wall and ultimately picked up there by Wilson, who plays it, ends up on Davidson's stick, and he puts a glove on it. With 9:44 left to go, we're going to send it down for a word from our sponsors. .44 left to go in the second period. We're in Plano, Texas, Men's Division II National Championship. Jonesy and myself, glad to bring this one to you. Jonesy, what are your thoughts on the first 30 minutes of hockey here?
It's been a great game so far. It's been physical. It's been fast. It's been all UNH in my opinion so far. Other than that one fluke goal, you know, I think that UNH has really dominated the time of possession. They had the big kill to start this second period. And so far, they look like the more confident team, but Marian showing a lot of fight so far, and they're not going to give up easy.
Holmes coming in. He's going to snap a shot from the high slot that goes wide. Davidson not having to make a save on it. Trying to skate out is Proskurin, and now picking it up on the far blue line is Lang. Lang's going to get it in and down. Skating back is Reitnauer. He goes D to D, and it tries to come out there. Excellent job of playing the puck in deep is Brandon Mills. Roberto up to Leone. Leone's going to get the zone. Attempted hip check there by number 22. Paul Kinder goes awry, but UNH able to send the puck back down. Skating out a little slowly there is Lang as he plays it up. Really small bump there as Mills gets the puck in deeper. Now Arno as he dances around Brandon Mills, gets the puck in deep. Mills ends up with the puck though, and he decides to skate out. He goes across to Proskurin. Proskurin gains the blue line, and then his pocket gets picked. Comes all the way back down to Kinder. Kinder almost had his pocket picked by Arno, and it's sent all the way down. Picking it up here on the near boards is Weldon. A little bit back and forth here. Reitnauer goes into his own zone. He's going to play it up the near boards. Tries to get it out, and they're going to call a hand pass, actually.
Yeah. Hand pass there. It looked like it was close to being offside, and that would have been a good chance if he could have gotten it back to himself before moving it on to the teammate.
Coming over for further explanation is Jake Weldon from Lincoln, Nebraska. Weldon is going to skate in for the face-off. In with him is the captain, Brian Brown. Barely one.
Huge
monster
hit
right at the blue line.
We're going to get a holding call.
Mealy's going to get a hold. And I think, you know what, from our vantage point, that's a really good. Huge hit there. Mealy thought he was going to stand him up at the blue line.
Yeah.
And Mealy, unfortunately, kind of on the losing end of that.
Yeah, that's always a great feeling as the offensive players when Mealy comes up to hit you and Tomko says no and gives the hit right back. And then in addition, gets the holding penalty drawn.
Well, Mealy was definitely holding the stick there.
Yeah.
We could see it very clearly. You know, we're behind the play there. So, familiar faces on this power play row, and this is an important one for Marian. Coming back to Martin, who quarterbacks this. He's getting some pressure there at the blue line. They're going to try to get it to Martin. Martin with a nice slapper from out at the point. Played off the leg pad there of Sullivan. They're going to get on the near side to Rowe. Eventually they're trying to get it back to Martin, who's now over on the far point, and it's going to trickle back to him. He's thinking of loading a shot up, but he plays it down the far boards. Martin again with a shot, and
Martin, two really good shots right there. They got the right idea. This is looking like the power play that they want.
and you got to get those on net.
Yep.
That was Rowe, but he was about 5 feet wide, right in the slot. Martin shot, and it went off the leg, and it's able to be kept in there by Mills. Bit of a shooting gallery right now.
Yeah.
Sullivan having to be sharp. Mills is going back to Martin. Martin wants to load one up. He goes down to Mills.
And it's in. Now that's the power play you want. Just a barrage of shots coming from the point. Lots of bodies in front. And then a low to high play. And it looks like it's going to be Paul Kinder that buries the goal.
Minute and 6 seconds. Actually, the goaltender there, Sullivan, had his hand up like he thought that he had the puck trapped. But the referee, with a good vantage point there behind the net, was able to indicate that that goal is in. And for Marian, exactly what you want.
Great job by Marian taking advantage and being able to tie that game up and get their power play off this night there after they couldn't score on the 5-minute major.
Working in the near corner here is Boots. He plays it down, picked up at the blue line by Lang to keep it in. He throws it into the slot, and UNH is going to skate back. It's going to be 3-on-3 as dancing in on it is Thompson. Then Giorgione grabbing the face mask. I think there's going to have to be some penalties there. Giorgione digging his fingers right into the face mask there of number 11, Thompson, as he went into the corner. I think there's only going to be one penalty there.
Yeah, it was Campbell that was escorted to the box.
Some of the off-ice officials, local 703 from the New Hampshire area behind us, telling us that you can't do that, and they are absolutely right. 2 minutes or less is going to be Giorgione. Face-off going to be taken by Arno. He has the goal, recent goal scorer Mullen. Won cleanly by Arno. It comes back to his brother. He's going to play it along the far boards to Roberto. Roberto to Reitnauer. Reitnauer wants to load one up, and he does it and scores! Reitnauer from the point. Traffic in front. Davidson couldn't see that. And 9 seconds in, you are right. You can't do that without paying the price. UNH up 3-2.
Yeah, wasting no time right off the draw there. A good shot through traffic, and Davidson really didn't have a chance at it. Didn't seem like he even really saw it. And
it all started with a nice face-off win by Arno, and the law firm of Arno and Arno capitalizing on that one. So,
and
I don't even know if those guys are considering law school, but just name
they
alone,
should.
they should. Yeah. Just don't do that personal injury, Yeah. Being Canadian, when I drive through Buffalo, there are these two guys, Celino and Barnes. Oh, my goodness. Man, they just drive me crazy. And they got this big cheesy picture on there, like, we want to help you. It's not we want to help you. We want to get rich.
And
coming in,
Arno
there's
again.
Arno. He's going to shoot it. He shoots and scores! Arno picked it up, skated in, beat him high. 4-2 UNH.
The law firm of Arno and Arno coming in clutch. A good turnover there, and you know that one of them's going to bury. He's greeted by his brother in the celebration right away. 2 quick goals for New Hampshire to extend this to a 2-goal lead.
Looking at the Marian bench there, they almost looked a little bit shocked as the response has come with a resounding 2-goal. Puck there in center ice, tied up. Down on one knee to knock it forward is Mealy. Lots of time left if you're a Marian fan. In front, there was Holmes, and he was right on the doorstep, but turned away by Davidson. That would have been a real death blow there if UNH was able to score a third in a row. 2 unanswered goals by UNH, and they keep the pressure on, dumping it down. Trying to reverse the puck there on the far corner, working as Leone and Tomko. Tomko having it tied up at his feet, and he's getting a lot of pressure there. In skating was Langley. He blasted it in. Davidson gloved that one down, and they're going to get Marian sending out a fresh 5. Also appears UNH going to send out a fresh 5 skaters. Face-off is going to come, it appears, to the blocker side of the goaltender Davidson.
Yeah, UNH, they're after they gave up that first fluke goal, came back about 20 seconds later, scored. Then after giving up the power play goal, come back with a power play goal of their own, and another directly after that. Marian very shocked right now, and UNH still applying a lot of pressure here in the offensive zone.
Really a lot of, wow.
Yeah.
And really Marian struggling now to clear it. And they're going to skate out with it now. This will be the first time in probably 90 seconds the puck has been out of their zone. It's going to go down on Sullivan, and he's going to cover up. A little pushing and shoving there in front of the goaltender. Lambert doing his part to protect the goaltender, Sullivan, who has made 21 saves so far on 23 shots. At the other end, Davidson, he has made 18 saves on 22 shots. And here of late, he has seen a lot of action. Lambert coming to the ice. In facing off is Arno. Won by Arno. In behind and ridden into the boards there, Shmura. And they try to skate it out, and they do. Lambert looking for an outlet, and coming down is Arno. Arno to the far wing. That's his brother, Al. Al playing it back to Dylan. Snapped in, and it's off equipment. It's going to be a hand pass there as they carried the puck with him for a couple strides. And Marian lobbying for a face-off inside the zone. The referees having a little conference there. Not sure if, yes, it is. So they were lobbying for it to come down inside the zone. One thing that's really interesting, you can see the linesman over there looking at the pucks. I did hear in the intermission, they're having a lot of trouble, these pucks chipping off chunks of rubber. And so they're having to change the pucks out quite frequently.
We have a Marian player in the box, maybe for delay game. Maybe they said that he grabbed the puck.
Let's see. Oh.
Marian pleading their case that they should be allowed to at least change
Why don't
their
you take
defenseman.
your headset off, see if you can hear the call on this. It would be interesting.
Yep.
In facing off for Marian is going to be Wilson. It is played up high and out. It's going to go.
Yeah, it is going to be a delay gain on Stoyle. So
Well,
this is kind of interesting call. What do you think on that one?
Well, I think that's a bit of a hard call at this level. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I try not to be critical of officials
Of
because
course.
I'm not one, but played back. Going to pick it up there in the center is Weldon. Weldon having a little trouble getting it down. He's now going to skate up with it, and he throws it all the way down. Played off the stick of Sullivan onto that far board. Now skating out is Holmes. Holmes working. He has Scancerella on the far side. This power play unit now throwing it in behind the net. Marian just trying to clear it in. Working along this is Weldon. Weldon and Lambert tangle. In behind the goal is a name we've heard a lot of, Martin. Martin trying, but gets it out to Holmes and stabbed off. Leone is going to have to skate back. Skating off two fresh bodies. Martin is going to change up along with Weldon. Skating out all the way to the center ice area there is Mullen, one of the goal scorers. He has Roberto trailing. They're going to go back to the point. There at the point, number 26 is Rittenauer. He scored on one of those recent 2 goals from the point on a seeing eye shot. Mullins is working hard. He has his man tied up. They're going to go back to the point right now. Is he going to load it up? He goes to Arno. Arno has Arno along the far boards, and he's working with Mullins and Roberto right in the slot. And they're going to load up a shot. Arno shot, and they were trying to get Al Arno on the back door. Unable to connect with that one. Dylan Arno there, and he has his pocket picked. And skating out there is Proskurin, who gets a puck in across the line. Pardon me, that's Boots. Boots looking to load one up in the slot there, but it's kept in. And nice shot in off the catching glove of Sullivan into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 2:09 left.
Yeah, a couple of shots here for New Hampshire on this power, I guess the power play is now ended, but a good job there by Marian, holding strong and then creating the turnover that leads to an offensive draw.
Bodies tied up in the far corner there, one from each team. In behind the net is Maffeo, and he's going to work out with Scancerella. Now picked up there by Proskurin as he circles and tries to get the puck back out to the point, but there are too many white bodies. Now skating in Scancerella.
Yeah, Marian goalie going out to play that. Justin Davidson, New Hampshire, thinks that should have been waved off.
Davidson.
And they do get their wish. At least it'll be back to center ice here.
Linesman's going to go, I think he's going to go over and speak to the bench. He's going to let them know. They are going to face it off at center ice, which I think in view of that is the right thing. Won by Marian. On the near boards there is Kinder as he tries to get the puck out and eventually is out into the feet of Mills. Scancerella in on the forecheck. He's ridden off the puck by Kinder. Around to Proskurin. Referee is down as he trips over the blue line. Scancerella happy to play it over on the far side. Brown gets it, snaps it in on Davidson, and they are going to get a freeze with 1:17.
So just 1:17 left to go. New Hampshire setting up this offensive zone face-off. looking to add to that lead and go in comfortably into the intermission.
Face off going to come to the blocker side of Davidson. In facing off is Holmes. Holmes against Weldon. And it went back to the point, now is driven in deep. In deep is Holmes. He works with Roberto, being pressured very hard behind the net. And it is under the paddle of the goaltender Davidson. If you're joining us very late, almost 40 minutes gone in this contest, 4-2 University of New Hampshire Wildcats. 2 shot in from the point. It's going to go off the far boards. And a sweeping play there by Holmes. Now shot in off the leg pad of Davidson. He's having to be sharp. Martin skating up with it, and they're able to clear the zone. 51 seconds, and it's going to be played back in. Going to go all the way down by Lambert. He's going to work around Martin smartly there, playing the puck with his glove. Now coming into Roberto. Roberto loads up a shot, dangles around Martin into the corner. Nice centering pass. Davidson there, not knowing where the puck is. Martin skating back out with it. Martin really a force for Marian today. Defensively, offensively, on the power play. Now Boots. Boots is able to clear the zone. 16 seconds, and it's played up into the equipment of Leone.
Now Brown with the puck. Brown trying to move it around, but can't. And Marian with the puck, just 2 seconds, now 1 second. And that is going to be it for the second intermission. A couple of goals apiece. Now Brown getting a slash there from Booth. Shots 25-24, so just about even. But New Hampshire with 2 quick goals right after a Marian goal. And just a huge answer for them. We will send it down to the player interview before sending it to break.
Then you were able to go upstairs. Just kind of walk me through through that play and how it unfolded.
Yeah, me and my defenseman Dan Rittner have been working on that play all year, and it just seemed to work at the perfect time right here, and just got a lucky bounce over the defenseman. My coach told me not to go upstairs, but I gave it a chance, and it worked out.
Had you not gone upstairs and got it in, like, what do you think the comments would have been by Coach?
I don't know. He would have reamed me on the bench. Maybe a shift off. I don't know, but I'm happy it went in.
Yeah, it was, you know, a game that was really kind of hard to get a bit of a handle on, 2-1 after one. What did you guys expect coming into this one, when you had such a successful night offensively last night?
Yeah, we knew Marian, they're a tough opponent. They played Florida Gulf Coast really tight last night. We all watched that and studied them, and they're a great opponent, but 2-goal lead isn't enough going into the third, so hopefully we come out strong in the third.
Penalties on both sides. You guys have done well on special teams. Talk a little bit about the amount of practice and hard work that goes into special teams for you guys.
Yeah, it was a tough 5-minute penalty we had there, but we had one last night too, and we just battled through and finished it off. And yeah, we practiced it a lot for penalties we have to kill off, but if we do, we're definitely prepared.
Just talk a little bit about him.
Yeah, he's our rock, our senior, he's our leader. We got a whole great group of seniors, but Sully especially, he's held us in every game, giving us a chance in every single game, and hopefully we can help him out with as little shots as possible in this last period.
Anybody back home you want to say hello to that didn't make it down to Texas?
First, I'd like to give a shout out to up in the boonies in New Hampshire, trying to keep the dream alive, and shout out Lakeland High School football, baby.
Fantastic. Thanks very much for this.
5-24, New Hampshire with the lead. We will catch you after these commercial breaks. Stay with us here on the ACHA Network.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Budget Car Rental, the preferred rental agency of the ACHA. Hogan Transportation, official tournament partners of the 2019 ACHA National Championships. Edge Protect, protecting goalie skate blades since 2004 and official sponsor of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
Plano, Texas, pool play number 2 of the second period. Stab that one in. He pays the price with a big box skate out. He's ridden off the puck. Holmes into the slot. Trying to get it in deeper is Leone, but he catches a streaking Tomko. Behind the goal, regrouping is Holmes. And the puck goes up into the netting. And we're going to have a face-off.
Deficit.
No, I agree.
Pretty quickly here. Just to get some life back in them. You know, New Hampshire with those 2 quick goals, you kind of feel like the life gets sucked out of them. So hopefully they went back in, regrouped in the locker room, had coach make some adjustments, and come out here with a quick goal.
Schmura, Holmes, stabbing at its boots. Roberto and Holmes able to get it out. Regrouping there is the captain, Rowe. Rowe stabs it back down, in behind the net, giving instruction to Sullivan. And it comes around to the near port off a leg pad, skating forward his boots. And he has Brown. Brown streaking in, shoots, and off a leg pad of Davidson. And he then stabs at it with a poke check to steer it into the corner. UNH looking dangerous early on. Reitnauer does a nice job of driving the puck in behind the net. Davidson down, down on his knees. Now trying to go back to the point, but it squeaks out over the blue line. Forechecking hard there is Schmura. Now picked up by Giorgione, and he's going to get it down. Loading up a shot is Stoyle, and into the glove of Sullivan, and he says, I can play that game and stop it too.
Good transition offense there by Marian, but once again, shooting for that glove of Sullivan. It's been hot all day, and they really haven't been able to beat him on that side.
Shots are almost even at 26-25 in favor of New Hampshire. The goals are not, as New Hampshire with a 2-goal lead on Marian. Coming out now is Arno. Arno down with Martin. Excellent play there by Martin as he stick-checked the puck into the corner. He has Al Arno. Dillon to Al. And now picked up coming down the far boards is Kinder. Kinder gains the blue line. He's got help. Over to Martin. Martin's going to snap. And it goes off the stick of the... Oh, Martin there skating by Gray's number 14, Brian Brown, and he is still down as Martin caught him with a shoulder skating around there. And I would love to think that was not intentional.
Yeah, I guess either the refs didn't see it or they thought that it wasn't intentional, but either way, no call.
Some of the UNH parents to my right feel that it was. Once again, local 703 chapter of the off-ice officials making the call here to my right. But it's the 4 guys in stripes on the ice that matter. Puck tied up there in the far corner. Proskurin, sticks flying. That was the stick of Brandon Mills that was up. Eventually coming up with it. He shoots and scores.
And it's going to be
offside. It's going to be offside. The celebration continues.
So it looks like it was late offside. I mean, if I was not mistaken, it looked like it was cleared. It was Mills whose stick flew up in the air, regained it, got the puck, and scored. But alas, the refs say no.
What's funny is Proskurin not Proskurin. Mills was complaining that he had his stick knocked out, and it went up about 15 feet in the air. Finally grabbed it, and I guess the puck must have come out and come back in. It was,
I thought I saw it get waved clear, but I guess they thought about it and thought, that doesn't make sense why he's sitting in the zone there.
And then the puck came back onto his stick. He was able to rip it high. But anyway, no goal. Thompson winning that one back. Now skating out is Thompson. He has Campbell on this near side. Campbell dances around Martin and gets his own. Now Thompson shoots it off the leg pad. And right on the doorstep was Mullen, unable to capitalize on that juicy rebound. Davidson giving some juice here. A nice centering pass by UNH, but picked up as Proskurin coming the other way. He gains Mealy, is trying to play defense on him, and he is ridden off the puck behind there with a nice body check. And Mealy finishes that off by trying to get the puck up to Mullins. Mullins trying to get it. He's 1-on-2. Huge hip check there was coming across, was Kinder.
Broke his stick, the hip check. Mullen doing a nice job protecting himself, but couldn't protect his stick.
Loading up a shot there, looks like Leone, and it's into the high slot. Again, another shot by Di Cristoforo. Bodies falling in the corners, Roberto. He's playing the puck while he's sitting on his wallet. DiCristoforo loads one up from the point, sliding across in that butterfly is the goaltender, Justin Davidson.
Yeah, good save by Davidson there. Good offensive plays by New Hampshire, but also staying disciplined on defense. There was a chance just about a minute ago where UNH could have stepped up defensively trying to make that offensive play, but they retracted, played some good defense, and then that leads to the offensive zone face-off.
One, back to DiCristoforo at the point. He's playing it down the far. He loads one up. He's going to go across to Lambert. Lambert tries to one-time it off the wall. It's off a stick up into the netting. 3 minutes and 39 seconds expired in this period 3. If you were tuning in late, this is the Men's Division II National Championship. Marian University, University of New Hampshire Wildcats, 4-2 University of New Hampshire. 2 unanswered goal by the Wildcats in the second period. DiCristoforo winds one up from the center blue line. It's played low again by Lambert, but tied up there along the far wall. In helping out is Holmes. A lot of pressure by UNH. Stabbed in deep there by Schmura. And right on the doorstep, cross-check is going to be against Boots. The goaltender's going to stay in. Now making a move for it is Davidson. Bodies flying. Lambert was down. And they're now going to try to get the puck across.
6 men now. And
there we go. That's going to be a cross-check right there in the slot. Almost in the crease area. And, you know, for Marian, this is a very pivotal extra man opportunity.
Yeah, with 15:38 to go, down 2. Marian's really looking to hope to get a goal here, cut that lead down to 1 where it's a little bit more manageable, and they need to be aggressive on this power play.
Weldon able to play it forward, tied up along the wall there. Battling is Brown. It's going to wrap up around this near side to Mills. Mills with Martin to Mills. Now down to Weldon. It's stabbed up. Martin able to get control. He is getting a lot of pressure there from Brown. Martin just trying to weave his way back up to the blue line, ultimately on his stick. He's going to try to backhand it, but picking it up there is Farrow. And once again, now back at this point here, replacing Martin is Rowe. Martin on the far point now. He gets across, and Martin tries to slap it a little off balance, going down on a one knee, and he gets no wood on that one. Tied up in the corner there. It appears as DiCristoforo doing a nice job of burning off valuable time. Now Rowe. Rowe's going to slap it hard. Leg pad saved by Sullivan. Picking it up again is Rowe. He's going to go across to Martin. Martin wants to load it up, but unable due to pressure. Kinder on the far boards. Martin wants to, again, he is eager to line that thing and wind it. Puck trickles in there. Weldon with a nice play, and shot from an odd angle is Mills. Mills out there, off and down as it almost careens off the ear of the linesman. And Martin, after a minute and 16 seconds of work, is going to go to the bench. Skating out with it is Marian. Tied up there by Arno, putting a lot of pressure on. Boots is back. Boots is going to come across to Proskurin. And now Boots gets it back and is able to sneak it in along the far wall. Played into the corner. Proskurin in working hard. He's trying to get it back to the point as he's got Boots and Proskurin loaded up along that far wall. And they get it back. Now over to number 23, which is Giorgione. Giorgione gets it again to Lang. Langer's going to try to snap one to Proskurin, working on this near boards. He's working hard. Cycling. Penalty's going to be over. 3, 2, and 1 as they play it in off the far wall. Skating out here very quickly is Roberto as he joins it. They tried to sneak a man the other way, but Marian had the puck shot in front, and he missed the entire net. Boots there with an excellent opportunity once the penalty had expired. Coming back's Roberto. He has Dylan Arno, who curls off as UNH gets some fresh skaters out there. All 3 forwards being replaced. Coming on is Mealy. Mealy fights that one off by Boots and gets it down in behind the goaltender Sullivan. Working from the far corner, he plays it up and around. Roberto is there, but skating in and picking it off is Liberco. Liberco sends it into the far corner. He has Colin Wilson, who takes a look before he gets in on that one. And trying to center the puck there is Weldon. Weldon with a bit of a slash on his player. Weldon trying to snap it in, and ultimately it's going to be fired in hard by Giorgione and off a skate. Regrouping with him is Lang. Lang, Giorgione, and it comes all the way over to Wilson. Wilson dances around, finally makes a play on his knee, and coming back the other way is Campbell. Campbell across to Leone. Leone really loads one up off the blocker and then into the netting, and we get a stoppage of play with 12:24 left.
Big kill by UNH there. Tough by Boots. He was right on the doorstep and just couldn't find the back of the net as the power play opportunity wasted by Marian. They have the pressure even more now to find 2 goals with just a little bit over half the period remaining.
Face off there. Now squeaking out in the neutral ice area. Di Cristoforo was hit hard here along the boards. He's okay. Now played up by Martin, who's back on the ice. Skating into the far corner there is Stoyle. Stoyle is tied up, and it comes back up to Mullins. Mullins out to Campbell. He's got Lambert, but Martin, probably I would say, has been one of the best players I've seen for Marian today, aside from the goaltender.
Yeah, Martin's worked his tail off, trying to get Marian back in this game, but UNH has been too much with their speed and their firepower.
Puck squirts out past Stoyle as he really tries. Boots here is going to drive it in hard on a slapper. He drove that one right in on goal. Standing up straight was Sullivan, and he was able to grab that one in that large catching glove above his head and get a stoppage of play.
Yeah, thought about playing it there back to his players, but smart move there. Just be safe, be conservative, take the face off, and live to see another day.
Face off. I'm going to get thrown out of the face-off circle here. Linesman giving last-minute instruction. Not sure. A lot of pressure coming by Arno. Arno with Arno. Dillon picking it up. Snapshot. Fought off kind of awkwardly by Davidson. Ultimately making the save. Skating into the crease area there is Brown. Cooler heads prevail. Now Brown skating out. Davidson standing to his feet, giving the puck to the linesman there as the face-off is going to come inside the Marian zone. 11-18, Marian really needing one, and then should it come to that, a desperation with the goalie pulled maybe in the last 90 seconds to 120 seconds, but they need one sooner than later.
And I think Marian has it in them. They had the lucky bounce earlier, but they've fought hard. They've not given up this entire game. New Hampshire has just been a little bit too much to handle, but they still have had some offensive success.
Loading up a shot there by Brown, and it comes around, played in deep to Arno. Brown shoots from a weird angle, and Davidson is able to make that save at the side of the net.
Davidson just doing everything he can right now, making sure that he's not giving up a rebound. He's staying high and good on his post. Nice and tight there. And
in facing off again is Brown. Brown and Weldon. We have seen this matchup many times. Won by Brown, back to the point. Snapped in there by Farrow. Now skating out is Marian. Marian needs to get that puck in deep, and it is stabbed down. Forechecking is Liberco, and it's played off the near, snapped in, shoots and scores! A snipe shot by Daniel Rowe. Sullivan looked like he thought this was going over the net, and it was bar down. And just like we talked about, Jonesy, they needed one and they got one.
Yeah, they certainly did. Liberco there, just a great play, keeping it off the glass there, and just a better shot. And that's just the luck that they needed. And now with just over half a period left to go, Marian with some momentum, they're right back in it.
That was a goal scorer's goal as he snuck down this near wing and was able to snap one. Kind of an innocent looking play to start with there.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be high off the glass, but a wonderful play there to beat Sullivan.
And you can see the fans down to our left look re-energized. And you know, Marian, they really battled hard. The defending national champions, Florida Gulf Coast last night, 3-1 loss for Marian. But
Yeah, Marian is a 4 seed in this pool. They certainly have not played like a 4 seed.
that puck is going to squeak. Oh, and they were able to keep it in there. Picking it up is Roberto in that far corner. He has Leone, and they're trying to keep it in, puck up in the air, and they're going to try a turnaround play. Maffeo at this point, pardon me, at the far point, he's got Langley. They're doing their best to keep the puck in. Working hard down in the corner there is Kinder. As snapped there into the far corner and working out as the puck squeaks out now. Back is Langley. And he's going to regroup in his own zone. Crisp skating by Langley. He gets it to Maffeo. Tap pass, and Marian's going to pick that up. They're going to try to snap it. Awkward save there as it hit.
Yep.
Skating through the crease there was Stoyle. And in a bit of a dramatic fall, Sullivan went down on his back. They are going to have a media timeout. With this, we send it to a word from our sponsors.
The 2019 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Budget Car Rental, the preferred rental agency of the ACHA. Hogan Transportation, official tournament partners of the 2019 ACHA National Championships. Edge Protect, protecting goalie skate blades since 2004 and official sponsor of the 2019 ACHA National Championships.
Rasty McGibbon, Ryan Jones, Plano, Texas, Men's Division II National Championship. Today is pool play, day number 2. Marian University, University of New Hampshire.
Yeah.
4-3 with 9:38 left. Anybody's game at this point. There was 2 unanswered goals by UNH, and Marian has now answered with a nice snipe shot high. Going to be offsides there. Regrouping is UNH, tagging up. Skating out there is Boots. Boots tries to get it up along the far boards, and it does sneak down. Lambert is back with Di Cristofaro. They reverse the puck, and Di Cristofaro tries to get the puck up and out. Pressure being applied by Marian along this near boards, and Proskurin is able to fire it across to his line mate Boots. Puck eventually going to come out, though. Kinder seems to be quite happy, sending it back down in, and it did go in on Sullivan. Sullivan giving direction to his defensive pairing. Some heavy pressure now being applied by Marian. Have not seen this level of pressure in this period at all. Stretch pass is going to go down, and that has been waved off. Skating in to pick that up is Kinder. Kinder works out. He has Martin. Up to Martin. Martin's going to come down. And he had a nice centering pass and off the foot of Proskurin, unable to get it up to the stick. Huge hit there against Spence as he's ridden off the puck. Working back is Mills. Mills works to Kinder, and they come up along the far side. Proskurin shot in high. Proskurin here on the near boards, and he's going to play it off a skate of Reitnauer, and it goes behind the net. Up to Mullins. Mullins taps it by his man, which was Martin, and they got a 2-on-1. He's down with Scansarella, and he shoots it right into the glove of Davidson.
Yeah, just got a little bit too close there. Was thinking shoot pass, gets down in there, and Davidson holding strong, taking a nice angle, and just calmly grabs that puck right out of the air.
And really Mullins with a nice little tap pass just around Martin, who was trying to stand him up at the blue line, and Mullen and Scansarella were off to the races there. And if it had not been for the play of Davidson, this might be a 5-3 game. Shot in and off the blocker, deflected into the near corner by Davidson. Arno and Arno are back. Now Brown is going to get in. He's in the slot.
And Davidson with a nice play there, kind of bats the puck up to himself.
Brown skating into the crease. The whistle had not been, I guess the ref still had sight of it. Brown skating in there, trying to decide where the face-off is going to come. and Dylan Arno. He has his brother Al right in the slot. Skating in is Weldon. Won by Weldon, but picked up there by Brown. Working behind the net is Lang behind the goal line. Lang in there working hard, slapping at it, and they are desperately trying to get it out. It squeaks out all the way to this side to Tomko. Tomko's got someone trailing, but picked up by Arno. Al tries to pick it up in the center ice area, and then definitely offsides there. There's a couple stick handling moves by Rowe, but no mistake on that one. They called her down. Faceoff is going to come just outside of the UNH zone. Making full-scale changes. Interesting, it goes all the way back there. Not quite sure about that, but face-off kind of tied up, still in the neutral ice area, and shoved in deep there by Roberto. Out to play it is Davidson. Behind the net is Rowe. Rowe plays it up the near boards, and then up to Boots. Boots tries to chip it around Mealy, and he gets it up to Stoyle. Turnaround shot there, which was kind of a dandy by Schmura. Tied up in the legs. Now working out is Leone. Leone with Holmes and Roberto. Could be a 3-on-2 if they really rush it. Puck tied up in the skates there and just kind of standing still to the left side of the net. It's going to squeak out. Working out is Stoyle. He drives the puck down in deep, and Marian changes all 5 bodies. On this near boards is Roberto. Roberto sends it all the way down in on Davidson, and they're going to whistle that off pretty quickly. UNH now at least changing 3 bodies.
Yeah, that was a quick whistle considering on the other side it looked like Sullivan did the same thing, but he elected to play. But now UNH with an offensive zone face.
Coming out the defensive tandem of Lambert and Di Cristoforo, and these guys like to shoot. Referee in there beside Davidson making some alterations to the net on its moorings. Face-off coming back to Di Cristoforo. He lines one up, and Campbell was able to get a stick on that. Lambert's going to shoot it back in. Davidson way out of his net. On the far side here is Mullins. Mullins to Campbell, and shot off the blocker there of Davidson. Davidson starting to get a lot of traffic through his crease area.
Yeah, but he's keeping him in it right now. He's staying square to the shots. He's making sure that he's not giving up rebounds if he is. He's making sure they're going up in the netting or deep into the corners.
35 saves so far for Davidson. 31 saves for the goaltender to my right, Sullivan. Face-off one back cleanly, but picked up there. And it's across and going to go down. Let's see if Sullivan, nice centering pass at the last minute over to Weldon. Lambert working behind his net. Tomko is in there. And Sinnerd trying to pick it around is Liberco, and it's back to the point and sneaks out. Unable to keep it in was Giorgione, and they stab it back down. Weldon trying to put pressure on. He has Tomko. Lambert whiffing on it, but ultimately able to get it out to Thompson in the center ice area. Jumps over a stick. Weldon is happy just throwing it back down. Down on one knee is Sullivan, who blocks that down with his long paddle. Now Weldon, he's going to try to get the puck in. Nice centering pass. Weldon is going to ultimately kept in there by Giorgione. Behind the net working is Liberco. Weldon working hard in this corner. Back at the point, Giorgione. Mullins with a nice poke. Coming out is Brown. He's applying some pressure. Giorgione is just going to get it up and snap it in on Sullivan. Sullivan happy playing it behind the net to Reitnauer, and Reitnauer snaps a long puck out and down. And it is turned over here. And a shot from about 20 feet in by Stoyle. But Sullivan could see that all the way in and made the save.
Yeah, got a couple oohs and ahs from the crowd behind us as they turn that puck over, but Sullivan's confident enough in himself. Pretty easy save.
Sullivan making some equipment changes there. I don't know if the puck got him in the knee or not. Sullivan putting back on his blocker, grabbing his stick, squaring up to the goal, getting in his stance. Face-off is going to be Brown and Boots. Pitchforked out, and it hits one of the ceiling stanchions. Face-off will remain inside the zone. Rasty McGibbon, Ryan Jones. Game number 2 on day 2 of pool play.
The refs will tell him to reset.
Boots is being thrown out. In to take the face-off there is Stoyle. Stoyle against Brown. Brown winning it cleanly. Played back, I think, to Leone, who's going to throw it all the way down. Icing is waved off. Putting pressure on there is Arno.
We're going to get a penalty here. We'll see what they'll call. Looks like it's going to be a hooking
Looks
call.
like it's going to be an obstruction hooking against Boots.
And that's a tough call to take with just 4:33 and down a goal.
It's a really tough call to take.
But this relentless pressure from this the Arno and Arno line has just kind of put Marian back on their heels now, and we'll have to kill off this 2-minute penalty with only 4:33 to go.
Correction, that's going to be Daniel Rowe, the senior defenseman from Havre, Montana. Another Hogan Transportation power play, as they have been popular here today. Nice diving save there by Liberco to cut off that passing lane, and he is going to try to throw it back. Holmes at the point keeps it in. He's got Brown along the near boards, and UNH has the opportunity to really try to put some icing on the cake. Lambert back at this point. He's working with Holmes on this number 1 power play unit. Tied up there along the side is Scansarella.
Big hit there. Looks like we have somebody down.
No, and I think the net has been knocked off. He's saying that the face-off's going to come outside the zone. Lambert looks like he's favoring his arm there.
Yeah, it was a big hit there. Lambert just a little bit slow to get up, but looks like he'll be fine. Just a stinger.
So this is the number 2 unit coming out. Arno, Roberto, Rittenauer, Mullen. And I tell you, from watching these guys yesterday and today, all 3 of those forwards can score. Face-off really tied up along the blue line, but able to get it in momentarily. Sent all the way down there by Kinder. Regrouping is Rittenauer. Rittenauer has Roberto. Al Arno, Dylan Arno skating out. And stab forward, trying to line up Al Arno as he streaked through the center ice area there. Rittenauer is back, putting pressure on him as Stoyle and Boots. Rittenauer up to Roberto, and it's ultimately picked up by Al Arno to Dylan Arno. He's hit hard along the boards. Coming in as Mullins. Right on the stick of Roberto, but he's unable to pull the trigger. Rittenauer backpedals out to the point. And they're trying to go right through the crease. Roberto there showing a lot of patience. Not really a shot on goal as of yet. Rittenauer down to Roberto on the hash boards, and he cycles through, and they're going to be able to clear the zone. Skating back is Rittenauer. Al Arno skating to the bench looking for a replacement. Now coming up to Rittenauer. In forechecking very hard is Weldon. Roberto is going to gain the blue line. Pressure being put on him by Giorgione. Weldon is there as well with puck support. Roberto and Dylan Arno. Rittenauer. Roberto is here. People looking for another penalty, but no such luck. And the puck is going to squeak down. Going back there is Maffeo on this number 2 power play unit. Skating up Giorgione, and he's just going to flip it across in the far corner. I thought he was going to go for a change. Marian at full strength now. Puck played along this board, and we have to start watching the goaltender, Justin Davidson. Campbell now going to skate up. He has Thompson, and who's going to snap it all the way in, and a bit of a late hit there on Thompson by Daniel Rowe.
2:03 here left to go. Like you said, keeping an eye on Davidson, and also when Marian's going to use that timeout that they still have left. And we'll see if Marian has any luck left in their tournament challenge.
Face off there, one cleanly. Scansarella using the stick was Davidson as he directed that puck into the corner. Shot all the way back in on Davidson as he plays it around. Gathering the puck there is Kinder. Now Martin. Martin out with Wilson on this near side. Puck up in the air and in the feet, no one knowing where it is. Ultimately comes back on Martin. He says, I'm going to get this puck up and in, even if I have to do it myself. And he dances in, tries to go top corner on Sullivan and just misses.
Davidson's out. So 6 men here. Chance for Arno.
Al Arno trying to seal this one off. Mealy back to him as they're going to snap it down. I think that probably would have been offsides even if it had gone in. And they need to get the puck in the zone and get it in deep. Prescurin there, tied up along the wall, needs puck support. And they're going to shoot it down into the feet there. Played very handily. Giorgione playing goal. And they're going to get another chance. Maffeo curls around, and he actually snaps it into his own bench. So may actually be, you're talking about a time to call a timeout. Maybe time for a timeout now, as I think the face-off is going to come inside the zone. So I would rest your first line. If it were me, now's the time to call it.
Yep. We'll see. Looks like they will call it now, just waiting till the last second to do so.
Yeah, we do have it.
Just 47-9 to go. What do you think Coach is saying to his guys right here with the offensive zone face-off?
Well, I think there's just I think it's, the one thing you got to keep it really simple. Okay, first of all, you got to win the face-off. If you're unable to win the face-off, the winger on the far side has got to get down there and pressure the puck so they're unable to clear. But if you're able to clear it, the near side winger has got to go and screen in front of the net. You probably almost want a second guy down there just in case of rebounds. And you know what? You can't wait long. You got to shoot it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, it's a really fine line for the defensemen that are back on the blue line. How much do they pinch? Because they pinch down, they're able to score. But I think, with this, you got to pinch and take the chance because you're 47 seconds away from being eliminated from this tournament. In for the face-off is Brown. He squats down. It was one and shot in. Oh, man, and that was another shot. Here is Giorgione. He plays it low. Working there behind as there are a lot of bodies behind that goal line. They're going to play it.
Net went off.
I think the net is off here.
What a chance there for Marian. Almost tying it up there, but it looks like it went off the stick and maybe off the post even. Just inches away from tying this game up. We'll do it again.
In for the face-off is Holmes. He wins it. And they're going to shoot it all the way down. It's going to go for icing if he can. Yes, and he did. Skating back very hard was Giorgione. 28 seconds left. They burned off about 20 seconds from the last time we had this. Net getting knocked off in the interim. And face-off going to come to the glove side of Sullivan, the full right catch goaltender for University of New Hampshire that has seen all 60 minutes of hockey today. In facing off is Brown. Brown and Mills. We also have Boots, Roberto, names that you have heard all afternoon, trying to get it back to the point, and they can't be too selective. 18 seconds. Played there along the side, Prescurin. Prescurin back across to Giorgione. Shot, and what a stretched out save by Sullivan. Holy moly.
Wow. Sullivan keeping UNH in front of this game. Went full stretch and right into that catching glove, which has been on fire all day long.
Now you're actually seeing UNH take a timeout, and that's a veteran play. I'll tell you the reason why. The guys that are out there are the five guys you want out there, and this is a chance to rest them so you don't have to swap guys. Sullivan coming over too. Cam Stoddard, the coach there, giving last-minute directions, letting these guys get a breather. You can see Lambert been over there catching his breath. Roberto, Rittenauer, Arno, Sullivan. For Marian, Weldon, Schmura, Mills, Martin, Weldon, and number 13, Rowe. The six men that have the fate of their hockey club, Tomko, in their hands at this national tournament. Face-off is going to come to the blocker side. in is Weldon and Holmes. Giving some last-minute instruction there by the linesman, trying to get these guys prepared for a pivotal face-off. Over to the side by Rittenauer as he tries to tie it up. 8 seconds. And it's going down, and I think that is going to do it. Bodies flying there, and that is it. University of New Hampshire with an interesting one. I'm going to go down in just a minute and speak with Cam Stoddard. But a nail-biter here, University of New Hampshire outlasting Marian 4-3.
Yeah, the speed of New Hampshire just a little bit too much. Marian giving it all with a couple of chances even to tie it up at the end. But unfortunately, their post-game hopes end here. They will have a game against Utah State tomorrow. New Hampshire will face off against Florida Gulf Coast. Those two teams you will see next here on the ACHA network. Tell you about that a little bit more coming up as the handshake line. Marian, a great tournament, playing two very tough teams. Unfortunately, they could still hold their heads high as they still get one more game to send their seniors off in style. We will wait for Ratsy McGibbon to get down there and get his interview, and then we'll come back here before sending you off to break.
Rasty McGibbon with head coach Cam Stoddard. Kind of a team that wouldn't go away. Just talk me through this one.
Yeah, they kept coming back, and it certainly frustrated us. But as soon as we could keep our calm and get back to playing the way we play, you see the end result. So.
Did they live up to your expectation? A team that you probably would not have encountered throughout the regular season. I think you had the opportunity to see them play yesterday. What did you tell the guys in terms of preparation for this one?
Look, we told them, they're a big, heavy, physical team, and to prepare to go to battle because we watched the Florida Gulf Coast game, and it was their whole first period was just nothing but hitting and up and down. So we told them to be prepared for that physicality level, and they came in. We're a smaller group overall, so I think they handled it pretty well.
I had the opportunity to talk to one of their players during the first intermission, and he said the level of physical play in this game was probably a little higher than what they saw, throughout the season. What would you say for you guys? Is this status quo in terms of the level of physical play, or do you think that it's elevated at this national tournament?
It's certainly elevated, but we did play teams like Keene State, great hockey club, very physical. So we have played games where it gets physical, and the kids know how to handle it. The problem is sometimes they get in their heads, and the key tonight was just to tell them to take a step back, breathe, throw a few hits, and put a couple pucks in the net, and they did it.
So for a team that's been off for 5 weeks, you guys look really good. What things going into day 3 of pool play are important to you in terms of coaching tweaks, through this evening, getting ready for tomorrow?
Rest and fluid. That's what these kids need. Like you said, we had a few weeks off, and we had opportunities to scrimmage, and I chose to let the kids rest and let them heal, and that's when they play the best, is obviously when they're rested. So tonight will be rest, fluids, healthy meal.
Now we send it back to you up top.
All right, thanks, Ratsy. Once again here, we have New Hampshire beating Marian by a score of 4-3. Shots were 42-38. Stick around. We have Florida Gulf Coast coming up. They have a chance to clinch against Utah State. That game will be at 4:30 here in Plano, Texas. So stick around. Thanks for joining us on the ACHA Network. For Ratsy McGibbons, I'm Ryan Jones. Thanks for tuning in.